Hello everyone! Milkfish, Chanos, is a popular marine fish in aquaculture and commercial fishing. Milkfish have a flat body and V-shaped tail. They prefer warm and brackish waters and have a rich diet and fast growth rate, making them an ideal farming target. The farming and harvesting of milkfish have become an important part of the fisheries sector in many Asian countries, such as the Philippines, Indonesia, and Taiwan. This process requires a deep understanding of fish ecology, aquaculture environment management, farming techniques, and effective harvesting methods. It begins with selecting a suitable farming area. Milkfish can live in both saltwater and brackish water, so they are often farmed in ponds, lagoons, and coastal areas. These areas need to have clean water, stable salinity, and warm temperatures, ideally between 25 and 30 degrees Celsius. Once the farming area is chosen, the next step is to prepare the pond. Milkfish ponds need to be cleaned and treated to remove unwanted organisms and create the best conditions for fish growth. The ponds are often fertilized with organic fertilizers to enhance the nutrients in the water, creating a favorable environment for the growth of algae and plankton, which are natural food sources for milkfish. Milkfish are usually raised from the larval stage or as fingerlings. Fingerlings can be harvested from the wild or from hatcheries. When introduced into the pond, the fingerlings are released at appropriate densities to ensure they have enough space and food to grow. The farming period lasts from 4 to 6 months, depending on environmental conditions and management methods. Throughout the farming process, water quality management is crucial. The water needs to be regularly checked to ensure parameters such as pH, salinity, dissolved oxygen, and pollution levels are within acceptable limits. Regular water changes and the addition of artificial or natural food help ensure milkfish grow healthy and reach the desired weight. Harvesting milkfish is a complex process that requires precision to ensure the quality of the fish post-harvest. This process is usually carried out early in the morning or late in the afternoon to avoid high temperatures, reduce stress on the fish, and optimize product quality. Before harvesting, the water in the pond is often lowered to easily access the fish. Fishermen use seine nets or gill nets to catch the fish. This process needs to be performed carefully to avoid injuring the fish, helping maintain the quality of the fish meat after harvest. After the fish are led into the nets, they will be pulled up by boat or other means. Fishermen will harvest the fish from the nets, discard unwanted fish, and select milkfish that meet the standards. Once caught, milkfish are transferred into water tanks for cleaning and stress reduction. From here, the fish are sorted by size and quality before being transported to processing plants or markets. After harvesting, the milkfish will be transported to the processing plant. During transportation, the fish need to be kept in optimal conditions to maintain freshness and nutritional quality. At the milkfish processing plant, processing and packaging are carried out carefully and professionally. Once the scaling process is complete, the fish will be thoroughly inspected to ensure all scales are removed. Next, each milkfish will be placed on a cutting table, and workers will use sharp knives to quickly and precisely remove the fish heads. Next, the fish meat will be cut into fillets through a precise and meticulous cutting process, ensuring each fillet is uniform in size and shape. Milkfish meat is a rich source of omega-3, a beneficial fatty acid for heart and brain health. Milkfish meat is also a source of high-quality protein, helping to build and maintain muscles, reduce hunger, and maintain weight. In some cultures, milkfish is considered a symbol of luck and prosperity, often used in festivals and large parties. When mentioning the name swordfish, we will probably all remember the giant-sized fish with a long and sharp beak belonging to the billfish group. But in some countries such as Japan, Korea, Portugal and Brazil, swordfish is the name of another fish with an appearance that looks exactly like a real sword, which is the hairtail fish. As one of the fish species that plays an important role in the fishing industry and trade, the output of hairtail fish reaches millions of tons each year. So how is this fish caught? Let's discover it with me. Large-head hairtail, with many other names such as beltfish, swordfish, or Trichiurus lepturus, is a species of fish in the Trichiuridae family. Hairtail fish have an elongated body, a metallic silver color, and no obvious scales. They have a large head, wide mouth with many sharp teeth, helping them hunt effectively. This fish usually lives in deep waters, from tropical to temperate waters worldwide, often found at depths of 20 to 300 meters. They are predators, their main food being smaller fish, squid, and crustaceans. Not only that, adult hairtails often cannibalize their own species, especially younger individuals. Hairtail fish have high economic value and are caught mainly for food. Its flesh is tender, sweet, and nutritious, making it a popular ingredient in seafood dishes in many Asian countries, including Japan, Korea, and China. According to the FAO report in 2022, about 973,549 tons of hairtail fish were caught. Among them, China is the country with the largest hairtail fish catch in the world, with about 903,498 tons, accounting for nearly 90% of the total output. It's amazing, isn't it? The commonly used method of catching large quantities of hairtail is by bottom trawling or seine fishing. There are also methods suitable for catching smaller quantities such as night fishing. Bottom trawling is the most popular and effective method in the hairtail fishing industry. This method requires boats equipped with bottom trawls, trawl winches, and modern GPS and sonar devices to determine the location of schools of fish. When out at sea, sonar and radar are used to detect and locate schools of fish on the seabed, while observing tides and currents to ensure efficiency. Next, the bottom trawl is released from the stern of the ship and dragged along the seabed, while the ship moves at a slow speed so that the net can sweep away the fish. During this process, fishermen regularly check the condition of the net to avoid being torn or stuck on the seabed. After a period of pulling the net, the boat will retrieve the net and bring hairtail fish and other fish onto the boat. In addition to bottom trawling, the seine fishing method is equally popular in the fishing industry. This method uses a seine net, which is lowered from the stern of the ship and surrounds the fish. The boat moves around the fish to form a circle, then the bottom of the net is pulled back to form a pocket that holds the fish inside. After the net has surrounded and held the fish, the fishermen begin to retrieve the net onto the boat and process the fish immediately afterward. Compared with the bottom trawling method, the purse seine method has some obvious differences. While bottom trawling drags the net across the seabed to catch fish living near the bottom, the purse seine surrounds schools of fish at different water levels. The benefit of the seine net method is to minimize the impact on the seabed environment, because the net does not drag and does not destroy the bottom ecosystem. In addition, seine nets can also catch fish in larger quantities and cause less damage to the fish, helping to preserve fish quality better. Not achieving large numbers of catches like bottom trawling and seine fishing, but night fishing still becomes one of the popular methods of the hairtail fishing industry. This fish is often active at night, when it rises near the water surface to hunt for prey. At that time, fishermen used powerful lights to attract schools of hairtail fish closer to the boat. Then, fishermen will cast nets or use fishing rods to catch fish. Night fishing is an environmentally friendly method because it does not damage seabed ecosystems like bottom trawling. Catching fish at night also helps reduce stress and injury to the fish, preserving better fish quality. Each method has its own advantages and disadvantages, from quantitative efficiency to environmental impact. It is important for fishermen to choose appropriate methods to maintain the sustainability of marine resources. Did you know that Atlantic herring, one of the most abundant fish species in the world, can form giant fish clouds as large as 4.8 kilometers, with millions of fish gathered together? These schools of fish are not only a beautiful natural phenomenon, but also the foundation of an important fishery industry in New England and Canada's coastal provinces. Join me to learn about this wonderful fish and see how it is caught. Atlantic herring, also known as Clupea harengus, is a small fish belonging to the Clupidae family, but has a great influence in the ocean. They have elongated bodies, up to 45 centimeters long, and weigh about 1.1 kilos. They eat zooplankton, such as copepods, krill, and small fish. Atlantic herring has a wide range, from the Gulf of Maine and Gulf of St. Lawrence to the North Sea and Skagerrak Strait. They prefer cold water and often live in shallow waters near shore, where they gather in large schools. On quiet days, you can see them from afar through small ripples or through bioluminescence at night. Atlantic herring plays an important role in the marine ecosystem. They are a key link in converting zooplankton into food for higher animals such as whales, cod, sharks, seals, and seabirds. The existence of large Atlantic herring colonies is an integral part of the ocean ecosystem. Not only that, Atlantic herring is also an important food source and brings economic value to thousands of fishermen and coastal communities. The Atlantic herring fishing industry began in the late 1800s and flourished from 1960 to 1970, with a record in 1966, when the total catch reached more than 4 million tons. In particular, Norway leads the production rankings with nearly 1,200,000 tons of fish. However, overfishing has led to a significant decline in fish numbers and seriously affected the marine ecosystem. Since then, the Atlantic herring fishing industry has established a management plan and allocated annual fishing quotas. So are you curious how people can catch millions of tons of Atlantic herring every year? Starting to gain popularity in 2011, the method of catching Atlantic herring using seine nets has created significant mutations and efficiency compared to old methods such as using gill nets and traps. The evidence is that until now, this method is still one of the top choices in the Atlantic herring fishing industry. The process of catching Atlantic herring begins with preparing the seine net, which consists of a long net attached to a floating line above the water and a submerged line below to create a net wall surrounding the fish. Purse rings hang from the lower edge of the net, through which a purse line made of steel wire or rope runs, allowing the net to be cinched closed. Fishermen use a small boat called a skiff to tow the net off the drum. The main fishing vessel, purse seiner, moves in a circle around the school of Atlantic herring to set the net. Once the circle is completed, the skiff brings the messenger rope back to the main vessel, and the process of closing the net begins. By pulling on both ends of the purse line, fishermen close the net, creating a large purse that traps the school of fish. At the same time, they may haul in the net from the bow to reduce the size of the purse, ensuring the fish are tightly enclosed. When the purse rings are pulled up while the purse line remains threaded through, they are placed on hairpins or a ring stripper to facilitate wrapping the net onto the drum. As the net is retrieved, the stern of the boat tends to swing in a circle until the net is almost entirely hauled in. Finally, as the net is almost completely hauled in, the drum can be used to tighten the net further and concentrate the fish. Using this method, fishermen can catch Atlantic herring efficiently and safely, with fewer crew members and at a faster net retrieval rate compared to traditional methods. After catching Atlantic herring, the fish processing process includes many important steps. First, the fish are sorted and pre-cleaned to remove unwanted species and impurities. Once ashore, the fish continues to be pre-processed, such as disemboweling, removing internal organs, and washing. Fish can be filleted, packaged, and stored in the freezer. Then, the fish is transported from the boat to the processing plant or place of consumption. How do you like this journey? Thank you for watching all our videos. Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you again in the next videos. Thank you.